Right, so I've been fixing a bit with these headlights. I came to the conclusion that the adjusting, like I tried to do it with this little, I bought one of these little things, the OBD2 readers, to plug it in, and I tried to recalibrate the level adjusters, but this thing just didn't cut it. I need like one of those systems that they have in a workshop, the real deal. So I took the car to a mechanic to get it sorted out, and he also said like, oh, well, look at this, the car is lowered, so you have like a leveling system on the rear axle and on the front, like on the rear suspension and the front suspension, just so if you load the car and it tilts backwards, the lights will dip, so you don't what's it called, blind, you don't blind people ahead with your headlights. And also like in the front, if it tilts down, it's leveling it out, so you always have the light where it's supposed to be. And because it's lower, those arms are too long or too short, so they said, like the mechanic said, yeah, we'll fix it. He's gonna call you and we're gonna order those, like it's adjustable arms instead of the standard ones. They're just fixed for the standard suspension. And this mechanic guy told me that the salesman is going to fix it, and it took like a week and I didn't hear anything, so I called him back and he said, then the salesman told me that it was the mechanic's job to order those parts, and I'm like, what the fuck are these guys doing? Am I supposed to be the communicator between these two people? Like, I called this one and I called that one and nothing happened, and another couple, I went there and I was mad at them, and I don't even know, man, like, give me some money, I'm doing your guys' job for you. But anyways, they didn't, I don't know what happened, so I decided like, fuck you guys, I'm sick and tired. So I bought these little arms myself instead. So I'm gonna try and mount them and see if I can figure out like the leveling. But I think like that I'm just like there's 3 different sizes. Now I don't know where all of I lost one. So you see this is attached somewhere in the car, and this is attached to like the leveling thing, and you can adjust these longer or smaller, longer or shorter, I mean. Then you have like different sizes. There's this really small one, and then this medium one that's attached to already, and then it's the longer one. I'm gonna have to figure out like what the car's like original, not ordinary, what the car's original setting is, and I'm gonna try to have to figure out how much it's lowered, because I don't know that, and then I'm gonna have to figure out how much I need to shorten the arm or make it longer. Yeah, I'm gonna find some specs to see how much lowered this car is, and then I can get in underneath the car and try and figure this out. So stay with me. I really do need to get a better tripod. It's working. It's doing what it should. Okay, so apparently you're supposed to be able to see it on the springs, like how much it's lowered. So let's see if I can see it. Like, what is the spring? Where am I supposed to see on the spring? Oh yeah, right, you're really not supposed to be under the car with just the jack. I mean, I've been good with that. It's like usually the older you get, the more security, like our usually no. I think you can understand what I'm talking about, but I don't have the energy to find the words. How much is this thing lowered? I don't know, man. And how am I, like, where's that little arm? It's there, I think. Right, let's jack it up, jack the car up on the jack stands, I mean. And I'm going far. Be up here to move the stars. Let's do it like that. Should be fine. Don't judge me for liking Nickelback. They're good. Like, I don't know what the entire fucking internet. The problem with Nickelback, they're great. I used to listen to them as a kid when I was mowing the lawn. And I still like them. You know, I should not like them because it brings me back memories of doing like stuff that I didn't want to do as a kid. And I still like them. That's how good they are. Here we go. And that's the other one. Will that hit the spot? Yes, it will. Oh, you're just having a close-up of the rear. Well, at least I'm talking a bit, you know? That's one. Oh, I hate this jack. Will it just work? You know? Hej. Fan, den här suger kuk. Vad fan? Jag tycker folk drog ens den här. Jag skojar med henne. Jag är glad att vi har den här, men den här är fan sämst, farmor. Drog inte ha någon jävla matta eller någon gammal skit som jag kan ligga på här under bilen? Always make sure that it's not gonna fall down. Någon gammal jävla skitmatta liksom som man kan lägga under bilen. Så jag slipper skita ner mig själv. Så jag kan lägga mig under matta. Matta. Så kallar du det för hora?
Ja, vad heter det då?
Va?
Heter det inte hora?
Det är något helt annat det. Men...
Det ligger en hora där.
Jaha. Ja, då gör det väl det då. Den här? Men farmor, du vet väl vad en hora är för någonting?
Ja, heter det inte hora?
Men hora är väl en sån som säljer sig på gatan?
Ja, men det vet jag. Men
Ja,
vad heter den då?
Jag har ingen aning, men jag tror fan inte att det här kallas för en hora. Men ja, den här kan jag använda, tack. Ja, ja nej. Ja, nej, vet man inte så vet man inte. Så är det. Ja, det kanske jag som har fel, men jag vet fan. Jag har bara hört att hora betyder någonting, en sak.
Det är bra med den, eller?
Ja, det blir jättebra. Ja, jag ska ta det jätteförsiktigt med horan, tack. Lycka till med vad du nu ska göra. Well, so this thing, my grandma thinks it's called a whore, and I just told her that I don't think that's called a whore, Grandma. You do know that a whore is someone that sells themselves on the street, right? Yeah, I know that, but maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe. Okay, so first of all, I just want to make clear that I don't think it's funny to joke about someone who unfortunately ended up being a whore. I don't think anyone ends up like that if they don't want to. It's something that happens if you're in a situation where you just need money and you can't find any other option. But that situation just here with my grandma, it was just so unexpected. And yeah, we're from two totally different generations. And I talked with some people at work too about her calling it that. I was like, is this some old term? And they were like, yeah, actually it is. It comes from like way back in the time when like the guys at workshops, they used to call this tool a whore because it's always available and you lay down with it. Yeah, I'm not going to call it that I would like to call it obvious reasons, but this whole situation was just yeah, I've had to come to terms with letting grandma just be grandma for our relation to stay healthy. But yeah, yeah, I just wanted to say that it was quite funny, but it's not something that I walk around and joke about. Like, yeah. I hope you understand where I'm going with this. Right. Let's get in underneath there. That's the one. This is no, wait, here it is. Can I move backwards? 0.5, yes. This is the arm and this is the sensor. So this is literally like it's to the rear axle, the rear suspension, so it feels when the tire moves up and down, it goes through this spring and all of this into here and up into here. So this one needs to be adjustable. I just need to figure out, like, do I need to make it longer or shorter is the question. And how is this just like a snap-on thing? If this gets compressed, then this moves upward and that makes the light tilt down. So if it's more compressed, it's more compressed right now because the car is lowered, which means that the lights are always tilted a bit downwards, I think. Oh, hi, Lucifer. He's not English, he's Swedish. That's Lucifer. He's a good cat. So if I want them to tilt upwards, but if it's lowered the same amount on the front, then that shouldn't that like cancel it out? Like if are you with me on that one? Like if it is lowered, so the sensor should feel that. But it's also lowered the same amount in front. So shouldn't the sensor like level itself out? Because it's just, or does it get like outside of its range right now because it's too far away? Like the mechanic guy said so, and I feel like I trust him a bit. Just what way do I need to go? Do I make it's more compressed, which means that is moving upwards. So to make it, to even it out, I need to make that arm shorter, right? Yeah, because then it's the same amount of compressed. The rear axle is still compressed because it's lowered, and I need to make the arm shorter to get that adjuster back into the position it's used to be. Yeah, so it needs to be shorter than this. But how much shorter does it need to be? I mean, if I just put in the shorter one, then I bet that the guys that adjust this can figure it out. So that might be a 10, and then to hold in there, it's probably another 10. Do I have two 10s? I need to clean up. I put all of this on ice. I think summer hit me, and I was like, couldn't be bothered with. I put everything on ice. Summertime. Yeah, so I need the adjustable. So the adjustable one needs to be able to be like at least this long. Then I know for sure that it's okay. But I need to be able to make it shorter, like a bunch. So if I get, like obviously this is a bit too long, but if I can make it so it can be this length and then shorter, then I know the mechanic can adjust that on his own. But I'm gonna put it on there for them because they could not order the parts for me. Like I should not even give them a second chance, but I really did. I like the guy, the mechanic, like the man that was like in charge of the workshop. I did not like him, but I did like the mechanic. He seemed like a good guy. So I want him to do the adjusting and stuff, but they really did not. I don't know. Seems like a sketchy place, but that one is off. Wonder how this one comes off, if it's just like a key. I don't want to break it. I mean, I'm not going to use it. Just be a little bit careful there. Ooh, there you go. Came off. What does these look like? These are kind of the same. Like that's no problem to just plug and play. This one is a little bit worse. I mean, I wonder if I can get this piece out of here and just push this little ball onto here, and that would be so good. But I don't know if that's possible. How much can I lower this? Like that's probably as short as it gets with this middle rod. I'm gonna need to use the smaller one and just remove these. And then also I'm going to remove these little nuts here, and that locks them in place. Get this shorter one. I think it's one of these are like left. Usually it's righty-tighty, but this one is lefty-tighty, I think. Because you're supposed to be able to adjust this without removing it. Can't get it on. Like this one, then. That one's righty-tighty. If one of them is righty-tighty, then in order to be able to adjust this without removing the entire thing, this one needs to be lefty-tighty. It feels so weird. Yeah, you see? Turn it towards the left, it gets tighter. Oh, I hate that. This didn't get that much better. I don't know if you can see. This is like the shorter one of those. It's kind of the same length as the original one. So I think that I'm going to need to shorten these, like use them in the grinder, remove a bit on both sides, just so I can use some more of the thread. Will that work? Yeah, and then I might need to shorten the thread as well. Should work to make it a bit shorter. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's modify this a bit. Well, also, I was able to remove one of these. Alright, so I would like to see if this is just, oh, I think it is. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Like just put that on, get some grease on here. There's like this little locking thing as well. That's rather clever. See, it's like a sprint, so it locks it in place. And this can just go on. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight, baby. Lightweight, baby. And then that goes in there and just locks it in place. Oh, that's so good. That makes this so easy. I need to make it shorter, and then we're just good to fucking go. What? Why? Work. Okay, don't lose this. Let's put you guys here so you can see what I'm doing. Actually, over here instead. That's better. And something for reference. The original arm. Right, so if I've understood this correct, this needs to be shorter, and this can't really get that much shorter right now. So I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna fix that. And then this is like 9. What? Oh, you can't use it. It's like a 9.5. No, 8.5. There might be some other like American measurements. But yeah, so let's. Oh, I'm not even gonna use this machine. I'm gonna use the angle grinder. Why did I? Well, maybe later on to make this. I'm gonna use this later on. I'm gonna try and cut it off with the angle grinder, right about there. And then I'm gonna recreate these little, what would you call that? Not indentations, not grooves. I would like to recreate these things. So I can use, so I still can use a key to tighten it. Well, yeah, let's put you over here then. And the angle grinder also needs a new disc. I think this one is done. Need to find that goddamn tool. I lose track of the tools. Where did I put the other piece? What? The other one of these? It was right here, I swear. The ADHD is fucking getting to me today. What was I? Oh my god. I'm looking for the tool to remove the disc. That's what I'm doing. Like every single tool is laying here, except the one that I need. Isn't that usually how it goes? Maybe if it's not tightened too bad, I can use the multiplier. Yeah, that worked. Good. All you need is a bit of creativity. And pretty much, like, you can use all of these special tools and make it real easy for you. But if you learn how to do things with common hand tools, then you can fix everything everywhere. Like an angle grinder might not be a common hand tool, I don't know. But you know, I think I'm rather good with coming up with ideas to fix stuff on the spot. Okay, let's give it a go again. Oh, maybe you need it to be plugged into, Adam. You know, electricity does unfortunately not jump from the outlet to the machine yet. That's looking good. Just need to make sure that it still threads. Yeah. Yeah, I can still make it thread. That's good. Let's do the other one. I'm sorry, no close-up for you here. Let's see. But I think that I've explained what I'm doing rather well, so. This one got a little bit uneven. I think it's all right. She still threads. Great. So now, if I remove this much of the threads that are going through, then I can make them so they're at least like that much. They're gonna be a little bit shorter than this one at least, and they can still be adjusted to be longer too. I have rather much play here. Let's start off with a little bit. Rather take a bit more later on, then take a bit too much now and realize that I need to buy new ones. Oh, and a great thing when you're making threads shorter, I'm gonna keep these nuts on here. When I shorten this down, I might damage the top thread a little bit, and then I can use this nut to move back and forth to even that thread out again, because otherwise it might be real difficult to get this on. So I'm going to shorten this down about 1 centimeter. Yeah, let's start off with that. Right, so you can see it's a bit damaged, the top threads. So now I can just use the nut. I'm gonna feel like a little bit of resistance here. Like you see, it moves freely here, and the kit comes up, it comes to stop. Twist it back and forth to even that thread out again before I remove it completely. There we go. See, I even removed a little bit here that's not needed, and now it should be rather easy to get this on again. Oh, I'm so gonna edit this so it looks easy. Looks like I know what I'm doing. Wait, it might be the left thread on here actually. Give me a sec. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was the lefty tighty one, but now it gets on here real good and easy. Great, let's do the same thing on the other side. There we go, and just for a good measurement, the other one too. Easy peasy. I don't know how much shorter it needs to be, but this is definitely a bit shorter. Okay, so let's make some little sides here too, so I can use a, what was it, the 9mm. Yeah, you see this too? Good, now I'm just gonna need to let that cool down for a bit before I touch it. Stop touching it! Oh, that laugh too. Yeah, just give me a few. Or some gloves, because I don't have the patience. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in, like the one that I fixed, and then if he needs a longer one, then I have like 3 more of those that I can just give him, like, here, use that instead if it needs to be longer. But then at least I know it can be shorter, so I don't come there again and he said like, oh, this is not gonna work, I need a shorter one. Then I already fixed it, right? So we have some room to play around. Let's get him back in underneath the car again. Ooh, hi there. Right. I'm gonna start off with putting this on here, and then that little pin to keep it, make sure it can't go anywhere. Goes in through here, and then it snaps on over, like that. Yeah, this one's the most difficult one to get to thread correctly, but there we go. See if I can get it to work. Just these in as far as they go, so they come out like evenly when adjusted. So one of them is not further out than the other one. That might be a bit too short, actually. Let's move it outwards a bit. Let's see how far I can make this before I pinch. Like this one, I feel like I'm gonna pinch this key in underneath here. But we'll see. So now you can adjust this on the spot. Start off with something like that. Now, because it's been like outside of its range, maybe like my OBD reader will be able to make the calibration now that I've like put this back where it kind of belongs, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna give it a go. Tighten this up to, there we go, and the other one. And there we go. And now, oh no, this is pinched though. Oh, that's no bueno. Oh, I didn't make it even enough. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Is it coming? It definitely is. There we go. So that's one of them fixed, and I still like this is the lowest or the highest it can be. Like the wheel is hanging, so it's pulling down on this beam. And I still have a little bit of play so I don't destroy this arm right here. And yeah, once again, I'll say it again. If this is wrong and he needs a longer one, or if he needs a shorter one, but I don't know, then I still have this that I can use to adjust to, right? Let's have a look at the front too, shall we? Oh, spiders. I hate spiders. Someone's built a web down here. I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna destroy your home because you can't live here. I'm sorry, you're gonna need to have to find somewhere else. And where is the front one? So that's the front one. Oh, this one's better. It's longer. So I think I'm not gonna have to modify to make it shorter, because that one also needs to be shorter to get into, because it's lowered, to get into the same position. I need to think again. Like this is getting pushed up. So now that it's lowered, this moves, this sits higher up. The entire arm sits higher up. So to get this arm into the same position as it used to be with the original springs, this is pushed higher up. This needs to come down a bit lower. So this needs to be shorter. Yeah, that's definitely the way it goes. Can't be any other way. It just can't. Right, now I put you kind of where I need to be in order to see how I can remove this. So I'm gonna need to find somewhere else for you guys, or I'll just put you to the side for a second, and I'm just gonna remove this. It's basically kind of the same thing as in the front. See you in a bit. Right, so I removed this little arm that I showed you, and I got this back. This one's actually great. Like you can see, it's just a little bit shorter than the original one when it's as far out as it can be. So I have quite some distance that I can adjust this just as it is. Like this is perfect. I don't need to modify it anyhow. At least I think so. So I think I'm gonna adjust this just a little bit. Oh, I'm obviously I don't have any real tools for this. I'm just going on pure like feeling. So yeah, I mean, we start off somewhere, something around that, something like that. And then if he needs to move it anymore, he can. Now I just need to put this back, just as I did with the rear one. Then I'll show you when it sits there. Okay. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Let's get in underneath the car. Put it where it's supposed to be, and now he can adjust it as he pleases. And I probably saved a bit of money too, because I did this myself, but I'm still kind of mad at them. Like, don't they want customers, or why did I had to do this? Like, they were supposed to order this thing and do this for me, but that guy, the guy that runs the place, he seems like a real fucking original. I don't know. I don't know if he knows what he says sometimes. His booking system is like a pen and paper. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, you can be old-fashioned, but then you need a system that works. Like I don't think he knows what his own name is from time to time. And I've only met the guy twice, or 2 or 3 times. But yeah, I'm gonna bring these two. If he needs to, he can adjust. He has some more room to adjust it. So I'm gonna leave this as it is right now. I'm gonna give it a go with my OBD2 reader and see, maybe the sensors have been outside of their like working, like if they work in between here, maybe it's been like there. So maybe now I've got them back into like this room and I can adjust it my own. Then I don't even need the mechanic. So I'm gonna try that out, but I need my phone to do it, so I can't film and do that at the same time. But I'll try it out and I'll let you know how it goes. And otherwise I'm gonna bring it back to the mechanic. Okay, so I tried working a bit on the level adjuster system with my OBD2 reader, but it ended up being a bit too cheap, and I needed a workshop to work on the car. So I ended up going back to the shop that I've been talking about earlier, and this time I actually got a time. I booked it with the mechanic instead. So we had a bit of a talk, and I ended up going there with the car, and he helped me a bit. He was I have to apologize a bit to them for what I've said earlier in this video, because they were super professional and he was super friendly. And I got to be with him for, I think we spent like roughly 2 hours together in the workshop. And he was like, yeah, nah, man, I'm not going to do anything on this car without you being here and approving it, because we're gonna have to modify it a little bit. And I'm like, okay, cool. What do you need to do? And he showed me, we plugged it into the system so we could see, and my guess about the leveling adjusters having like a operating field was correct. So they have like, if this is 0% and this is 100, you want to put them on 50% and then calibrate the computer. So when they're at those 50%, they have 50% play down and also 50% play up. But these adjusting arms that I put on the car, at least the rear ones, was not short enough. So we had to fix it a little bit. I'll show you, I'll get in underneath the car and show you what we've done. But the front one was actually good. That one was, if we adjusted it down to as much as we could with the threads that I put on, then it was actually perfect. Like, it couldn't have gone better. It was, I think it sits at like 49% or something when we had made it as short as we could. So that one was real good. We had to remove the threads on the rear one and just weld the 2 pieces together instead. I'll get in underneath and show you what it looks like. Oh wow, this is so much tighter now. It was way easier being underneath here with him on his like professional lift. Now I don't have any space. So this is what it ended up looking like. You see, we took it apart. The threads are completely gone now, and it's just welded together here. And we also had to move this entire attachment a little bit because it got a bit too, like now when the tire just hangs like this. When we tried to do this, when this mount was in its original position, it would have stretched this entire thing, it would have just snapped. So yeah, we had to move it up a little bit and we put it in. So now it's at, well, not right now, but when the car is where it should be, it's at 50%, so that's great. As I mentioned, the front one was rather good as it was. Now it's all adjusted, which is great. And he even Wait a second, let me get in out of here. Whoa. And he also adjusted the headlights for me. They were dipping down a little bit too much. So he had this, I don't know what kind of tool he had. We put something up here and the lights were shining on it and he could tell how high or low they were supposed to be, and then he made that adjustment for me too. So yeah, once again, they were, it's only the booking, their booking system and the communication between the mechanic and the salesman, that was completely awful. But other than that, they were real good, super helpful and professional and friendly. So thank you to them. And if anyone from around here is watching my videos, I'll link their workshop in the description, because I think they were really good. Can I do that? Wait, sure I can. I'm just giving them, like, I'm giving them a good rating. What could be bad about that in like legal terms? So, yeah, and I think I mentioned, yeah, in another, like, this is like a month now past from when I actually did this, and I went to, I booked the registration and I went there and I got some papers back. So in the next video, I'm going to talk about those papers and what else needs to get done on this car. But for now, I'm going to end the video right here. All right, so have a good one and see you in the next one.